I'm Polly Bath, and I help schools manage and change difficult behavior that interrupts instruction. Today I'm going to answer one of your questions. Here goes. These days, if a student doesn't follow a classroom procedure or expectation, I'm afraid to reinforce it because I get so much pushback from students and parents. How can I stop feeling so intimidated? I feel like I've lost my confidence. Wow, this has been so big this past year and even the past couple of years. And I think everyone has been kind of a little bit on the edge, even our parents, administrators, us, and we're all kind of reading each other's feedback loops, if you will. And I talk about this a lot. It's kind of a part of co-regulation. I have to stay the ground with my confidence. I have to be able to know if I know I'm making the right decision at that moment, then I want to repeat that decision. This is okay. Explain it to the parent. Yes, they're going to fight back. They're going to fight back, especially if they feel like it's something they may have caused. Now, even if they didn't cause it, doesn't matter. We have to remember every parent's experience when it comes to school only comes from their experience, right? So when they come into a meeting or they get a phone call, oftentimes their phone calls or meetings when they were kids were not always positive. So one of the things we've got to work a little harder on to turn this corner, all right, so we're not feeling like we're losing our confidence, is to get these relationships with our parents on a positive note, more so than we might have in the past. That makes sense to you. So I'm going to make that phone call ahead of time. I'm going to say, hey, nice to meet you. Here's some things that I was hoping we were going to discuss about your child, but let's set a time when we can, be face-to-face, or we can just do a virtual call. But first of all, I just want to find out, what is it that your family's into? Something like that. Make a connection ahead of time so that parents don't see you as being the one who's calling just to say, here's what's wrong, here's what they're not doing right, here's the problems, here's the grades, all that kind of stuff that we always have to talk to parents about. I know it's an extra step, but I find that if we have those classroom newsletters, we make those phone calls, those first conferences, if you will, tend to be a little bit more positive, and then we set a date for when we need to talk about the stuff that's not going right. It tends to open up that, gap, if you will, in our feelings. So we lose our confidence because after a while, when people come at us, we almost question whether or not we are doing the right thing. And I don't think that's unusual. But remember, according to research, we give ourselves about 50,000 self-talk messages a day. I don't know who counted that, but somebody did. So that means you've got to keep that self-talk for yourself up there. You've got to keep that confidence up by saying, I know this is the right decision. Why am I questioning myself? And then you're okay. It's hard. Get that relationship ahead of time. Try your best to get them to see you with a different perception, not the one they may have experienced when they were in school. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch these videos, and if you've got questions for future videos, put those in the comments below.